Live. And we're live. We are live. Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? Welcome to this very special episode of the Grow Show and this Grow live stream where we're going to be talking about what's happening on day 3 of Grow Live 2021. It doesn't seem like 5 minutes since I was talking to everyone here about Grow Live and kind of launching it. And it's quite strange to think, actually, tickets go live on Friday. And I'm joined in the studio today with Addison Mead, Dom Fenton, Simon Clements, and Jen Tiller. And we're going to be talking about what's happening on day 3, what they're going to be talking about, and how you can get involved. So, first of all, for the peeps who don't know who you are, Addison, just want to give a quick kind of summary about what you do and how you help people.
Okay, I will. I am Alison Mead from Silicon Bullet, and in my business, I help unconfident bookkeepers to get confident at bookkeeping. So I help business owners and people that are starting out running their own bookkeeping business, help them with how to build a business, how to do the bookkeeping, what software to use, and all of that kind of stuff.
Spot on. Cheers. Dom, do you want to go next?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Dom Fenton, the Activity Connector, and I work with children and young people around the world to keep on the right path through the power of sport and activity. So I work with schools, charities, and youth organisations, deal with mental health, county lines, and also do a bit around single dads as well.
Aces. Jen, do you want to go next? Okay. Simon, do you want to go next?
I will do, yeah. Thank you very much, Gary. My name's Simon Clements, and I am a visual brand architect. Now, what that does in simple terms is I am a creative, and I help businesses build solid foundations to build brands, both the background assets and also for the visual side of things. And then, obviously, once we have that in place, I also help businesses expand that brand consistently across everything that they do. So in the short term, I am a creative, but there's a lot more to it than that. And obviously I'll be talking more about that a little bit today and obviously more at Grow Live.
Aces, just for that. And Jen, are you here? Can you give a bit of an intro?
That's not Jen. Maybe
not. So let's just carry on. So Grow Live 2021, for the people who don't know, is happening between the 15th and the 17th of September. It's a 3-day event, and I brought together 38 different people to talk to you about loads of different topics. We've done videos like this for day 1 and day 2, where I've interviewed different people, and I'm just going to quickly take myself off the stream, if you don't mind, and we are going to be talking, and Addison, you're part of Grow Live 2020, and Simon, you're Grow Live 2020 as well. Do you just want to give a quick recap about what happened on Grow Live 2020? And I'm going to rescue the post from the dogs. Won't be long.
I was assuming that dog noise was coming from Jen, not from Gary there. So there you go. Right, Grow Live 2020. It was 2 days of absolutely fun-packed expertise from people who were helping out businesses. I did a half an hour bookkeeping Q&A with tips at that. Simon, what did you do at the last Grow Live?
I did a session on the Friday morning looking at how branding and design in general can help a business move forward. I'm doing something similar this year, but obviously last year was the first one that Gary did, which was, it was amazing, but we didn't know what to expect. I think Gary will admit he didn't know what to expect last year, but it was a massive success. And there was so much value crammed into 2 days that it's naturally now over 3. So yeah, looking forward to it. It was lots of great speakers and a lot of variety as well. I think that's what some people don't necessarily understand, how much variety and how much different value you can get.
Just absolutely everything that you need if you run your own business. Yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely spot on. And it was worth it. It was Domino's. It was worth it. So hey, it's one of those. So yeah, no, thank you for your kind words about last year. It was massive. It was a great event, but it was put together quite quickly, and there was lots of people there, lots of kind of speakers there, and you can actually watch 5 talks free of charge on the YouTube channel and also the blog. I'll put details of it into the comments. But if you do want to get a flavour of what Grow Live is, I've released I say 5 talks from last year, and I'll do the same for this year as well, just to give you a bit of a flavour. But Grow Live 2021. So as you said, it's over 3 days. Each day is separated into different sessions, which start at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, and they run for around 2.5 hours. Each of those sessions are based around one topic. So if we just quickly recap day 1 and 2, we have topics such as session 1 is all about broadcasting yourself, which is all about basically networking, telling your story. Then you've got mindset on session 2, which is very self-explanatory, and then marketing on session 3. You've got growing your business, so tools and techniques and sales on session 4. Session 5 is your digital presence, which is all about digital well-being, web design, plus also so much more than that. Then you've got health and fitness, growing your fitness and growing your health. And then that brings us up to session 7, which is all about growing your brand. So growing your brand is all about, just as it says, it's your brand, it's your baby, it's what people think of. Actually, I'm doing this justice. Simon, what is a brand, really quickly? Because you're the person.
I was going to say, let's stop there, because my actual presentation is going to be around, people have misconceptions of brands, and it's all right. People always, and I see it a lot, jump forward to like the colours and the fonts and stuff like that. But sometimes you need to take a step back. No, I'll rephrase that. All the time, you need to take a step back. And I will be talking about the foundations to building a successful brand and the things you need to think about that you don't probably realise you need to think about before you do everything else later on. So yeah, you completely summarised it perfectly there, Gary. It is about who you are and what you come off as what people get the perception of you. And it's all about getting the if you get the core foundation right, everything else, I'm not going to say it's easy because that devalues the rest of my job, but if you get the core foundations right, it gives you and your clients more clarity about what you're about.
Love it. So I've seen Simon's presentation for Grow Live 2021, and it's fantastic. Anyone working with their own business and community projects, events, whatever it is, if you're building something that you want longevity in, you want to be proud of, and you want your customers to resonate with it, go to Simon's workshop. It's going to be fantastic. Also in session 7, growing your brand, we've got a keynote from Stacey Calder, all about getting visible. And you can see all of these on the lineup on the website. But if you don't know who Stacey is, she's the person who helps you get visible online and in print. She's not only runs a Business Success magazine, she runs a Business Success network. She has a podcast. She does live streams. She does videos. The opportunities for her to help you get in front of your customers, your ideal audience online, spot on. So we've got keynote from Stacey. We've got a workshop from Simon. Then we got questions and answer session with Fergus Mattison, who's all about podcasts, building authority using podcasts, how to get on podcasts, choosing the right ones for you, and also Nicola Gorin. And I probably mispronounced her name. If I have, I do apologize, Nicola. But she's going to be talking all about photography and all about the power of that. So that is session 7, which is all about broadcasting yourself. It's going to be a fab session. It's all about growing your brand. So session 8 is going to be all about systems. It's that brilliant topic that everybody loves to talk about. Systems, processes, all that kind of stuff. But I actually really like it because systems and processes for me gives me more time to do what I want to do. And it makes everything a little bit more simple. So actually, I like systems, I like processes. And we've got a keynote from Sheena Wyatt, who's going to be talking all about how to stop faffing and start doing. Now, I've seen Sheena talk at different networking events. Fantastic speaker, and we got 45 minutes of pure gold coming from her. Following Sheena, we have the also amazing Addison Mead. Now, what are you going to be talking about in your workshop at Grow Live 2021, Addison?
It's going to be top tips to help you streamline your bookkeeping, suggestions, get the processes in, things that are going to make it easier. So every business, no matter who they are, has to have bookkeeping there. Otherwise, you can be brilliant at what you do, but you haven't got effective processes, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to know what's going on, and you need to know your numbers. Might be that it's not for you and you want to outsource it, but what I'm going to tell you and the advice I'm going to give you is going to help you, even if you're outsourcing, to just help get everything right, get it sorted in the best possible way. We can talk about Xero and automation and that side of things, and just even some very, very basic tips that will help you go, oh, I've not thought of that, and it's just going to make it all much easier for you.
I love it. And talking about kind of systems and processes, Dom, what kind of systems and processes have you kind of implemented into your business to make it easier?
The majority of those ones have been actually reaching out to people. So obviously my podcast, I work with you on my podcast. I have a business coach who is Sheena. So all of a sudden and that's part of what I do, is not being afraid to reach out to people, because actually I want to have time to do what I enjoy and what I'm good at. Mm-hmm. So it's very much about having that opportunity to go, well, actually, I'm not very good at that. Let me find the best person who I can to do that. If I need someone else to bring in for that. And it's amazing because I've now employed a VA and they've completely sort of revitalized the business in doing the stuff that I don't need to do, that I can concentrate on the other aspects.
Yeah, I like it. Simon, how about you? You know, have you automated and have you got systems and processes in place? You must have. You're massively busy.
I have. I'll say now, I'm always honest. I could be better, but I do have.
I think to be fair, dude, everyone could be better, or everyone's got that kind of view.
I think the thing with me, from obviously my business processes, I have got, you know, things in place. Again, could be better on those. But one of the things for me is my actual process that I work with my clients. That's something that I've always done, but didn't realise how effective it was until probably about a year ago, when obviously this whole pandemic situation started. It really kind of opened my eyes. So, you know, having this structure and having, you know, the steps and being clear on the steps not only helps me, but it also helps the people I'm working with. And I also echo what Dom said as well. You know, if you try and do everything yourself, you're probably not going to do your actual role of what you're good at to the efficiency that you know you can. So that's why things like Grow Live are amazing, because you've got so many experts. I'm not saying people have to use the experts from Grow Live, but it will also open their eyes to what's out there and how it can help.
I love it. And one thing that I loved about last year was that there was I never advertised it as a networking opportunity, even though we're getting 28 people involved in it. There's obviously going to be networking opportunities there, but actually you can connect with the speakers. You can connect with the other people. You can connect this year in breakout rooms that are after every questions and answer session. So you can go in there and talk about individual ideas and explore different ones. And there's also going to be networking opportunities in between. So actually, it is a very much a networking 3-day event where people can dip in and out of. They can have it on the back end of the computer in a separate window. They can dip into the sessions that they want. They can talk to people when they want to. If they just want to sit back and relax and just kind of take a bit of time, go for it. But they can do that during it, which is fantastic. For me, I don't like to do anything that I'm not good at, or anything that's going to take away my time from, again, what I'm passionate about. So logo design, for instance, I can faff about with logo all I want, but actually outsourcing it to Simon is going to be the best person to do it. You know, for bookkeeping, doing Xero and all that kind of stuff, I can't be arsed. I just want to send out invoices and get paid. So I do get Alison to do it. You know, it's as simple as that. It really is for me. But it means that actually my clients and me get a much better service all around and more happier, which is good. And that's why I like systems. So session 8 even, is all about, as I said, improve your system. So you've got Sheena, you got Alison, then you've also got questions and answer session from David Baum and also Ron Poisniewski. I probably said that wrong, but I always say it wrong. Ron P. Ron P. And they're going to be talking about wills and lasting power of attorneys, plus also credit control. And actually, what's going to be really good is hearing Alison's talk about bookkeeper and then having a questions and answer session with David as well, because they're going to be, I'm sure they'll probably bounce a few ideas off each other and go from there. Am I right on that, Alison, or might not be right?
No, you're definitely right on that, and I've used David myself sometimes for chasing the debts. If you do your bookkeeping well and you've got the stuff in advance, you've got a better chance of chasing the debts. But sometimes when you get those people that just won't pay, then that's where David's side comes in. And based on what you're talking about with the Grow Show and everything, with everybody that's here, if you've worked in corporate all your life, you've had a job all your life, and you've just dropped out and you've started your own business, you're just not aware of what support is around there for you. If you've always worked for the same business with the same people, you've got no idea. So that's why the Grow Show is perfect, because you realize that there is this whole community of different business owners with different skills that you can tap into. Often when I'm talking to people, I will find that they think they need a bookkeeper, but actually they don't. They actually just need a VA to help them get the paperwork sorted, and they want to do the bookkeeping bit themselves. And there's whole different levels in everything. So it's just working out that there's help for everyone at different levels, and it's knowing what's out there, which is what things like Grow Live are brilliant for us to do.
Aces. And also, it's not being afraid to step out and saying, actually, do you know what, I need a hand with this, because there's always almost some part of kind of just talking about myself, really. I don't want to relinquish control, but also, actually, do you know what, asking for help, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? For me now, it's a great thing, because actually I'm putting myself open, saying, do you know what, you're the best person to do it, can you help me? And there's, I don't think there's anything wrong in that whatsoever.
It's liberating, isn't it? You don't have to suddenly be an expert in absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Which is also why for Grow Live, this isn't just about, I'm not the only organizer of Grow Live. I've got a team of hosts who help me on a pretty much a weekly basis at the moment, and leading up to the event, it'll be daily, with me bouncing ideas off them and kind of talking to them about what's going on behind the scenes. Just give them a quick shout out. You've got Wayne Trice, you have Duncan Price. I love their names, almost rhyme. So Wayne Trice, Duncan Price, you have Keith Flavell-Noble, and you also have Paul Rose, all involved in the background of Grow Live. So it's not just me, and I can't do it all myself. So therefore, we've got that. Simon did the logo, which you can see in that corner right at the top there. Addison, you can point to it because it's actually there. That's it. Spot on. There you go. So Simon's done that. So it is a team effort. It is a proper team effort. After the question and answer session on session 7, we're going session 8 even. We are going to the last session of Grow Live. This is happening between 3 and 5:15 on the Friday. And I've decided to kind of mix it up a bit here, because normally you have a keynote, you have questions and answer session. So keynote, you have a workshop, then you have questions and answer session, and you have breakout rooms. Because it's the last session, I want it to be a bit of a celebration. So I've got 3 of my favorite speakers doing different stuff. So don't laugh, Dom. It's true. It is true. So we have Jen Tiller, who's going to be doing a workshop all about breathing and about how we can basically breathe better and get more efficient at doing it. I think we all need that. Then we go on to 2 powerhouses of speakers, 2 keynotes to finish off. We have the fantastic Paul Newton closing the show. But before him, he's almost kind of, the person he's got to kind of really kind of the energy from, got Dom Fenton. Dom, what are you going to be talking about Grow Live? I can't wait for this.
First of all, I'm pretty honoured and pretty flabbergasted to be doing this slot. So from that point of view, Gary, thank you very much. And by the sounds, I've got a lot to live up to, which I hope I will.
You will live up to it and exceed. You will do. So what are you going to be talking about? What are you going to be talking about, buddy?
So I'm going to be talking about the last 18 months, the last 2 years, and the power of reaching out. I had a breakdown 9 weeks ago, and the power to reach out has completely, from a personal point of view, changed my life in the last 9 weeks. But also from a business point of view, over the last 18 months, reaching out to other people, sometimes, as you said earlier, sometimes I think we're afraid to admit that we need help, and we try and do everything ourselves, and we just get too overwhelmed and everything else. Part of the fact I do some work around mental health and other things, what I'd like to do is be very honest. and actually put myself out there and go, you know what, I might work in that area, but actually it does affect everybody. We all have mental health, whether it's a positive mental health or whether we have a poor mental health at the time. And actually it's just that journey. So, but it is that bit of going, you know what, don't be afraid to reach out. If you need help, whether that's in a business point of view, then you are going to have some amazing people to reach out to. But also then from a personal point of view, because as Simon's looking at the brand and everything else, for people who are small businesses, we are our brand. There's no, you know, I am my brand. And actually the whole idea is around, I want to inspire people. I want people to suddenly sit there and go, you know what, I never thought of it like that, or I've always been too afraid to reach out to someone, whether it's personal or business, and just take that fact that you can do that and it's okay to do that and things will improve. So yeah, but no, it's honoured to have that slot. So and I hope I'm looking forward to smashing it out of the park.
You really are, and I say you really are because I can't wait to hear it. For the people who don't know the background to this talk, we actually decided on a different talk and changed it right at the last minute because it's more the message that Dom was going to start to do beforehand. Fantastic, you know, I would have put him in that slot anyway. But this is going to be so powerful. And if it means that just one person listens to it and goes, actually, do you know what? I need a hand or I need to talk to someone. Do you know what? That's job done. That is Grow Live 2021 job done right there and then. So I'm honoured. Thank you very much, Dom, for being part of it and being able to talk about your story and allowing other people to share theirs. Thank you. I really do mean that. And then to close Grow Live, again, like he did last year, we got Paul Newton. We got the magician himself, Paul Newton, and Paul just kind of. I knew Paul was going to bring it last year, but he really did. And when I was putting the lineup, I'm going to be honest with everyone, Paul was automatically going to be closing the show straight away. For me, that was just a standout. He was brilliant. So he's back. He's back now. When I asked him what he wanted to do, he said, "I have no idea. I'm going to make it up as I go along," which is pretty much in Paul's complete fashion.
Just what you want to hear when you're organising an event like this, isn't it?
Exactly,
Perfect.
Exactly. So, and do you know what? Funny enough, Jesse's on. Jesse, who he does a podcast, he does his Newton Nuggets show with. He's watching, so he knows exactly what Paul's like. But equally, he's just put Dom as an absolute legend. Thanks for being so candid. It's so true, so true. So yeah, closing show for Grow Live 2021 is Paul Newton. If you haven't checked out Newton's Nuggets or Mental Theft, please do. It's a show. Newton's Nuggets is a podcast which I have sponsored myself. You know, I know other people have. Dom, I think we've also sponsored the show in the past or put adverts in there. It's absolutely spot on. It's one of my regular listens, and it is brilliant. And just so it's not me making it up, it's kind of the producer. This is probably the brains behind the actual kind of podcast itself saying it. So this is true. This is very true. But that's good. That's Grow Live. So in day 3, you have the dogs are going to start barking.
The dogs again.
They are. We've done 23 minutes and I've broken away twice. This is great. So Grow Live 2021 kicks off 15th to 17th of September. Tickets. This is the important bit. Now, tickets go live on Friday. Between Friday and Tuesday, you can get tickets for Grow Live, the 3-day event, plus the catch-up, so you can watch it back for only 49 quid. For only 49 quid. If I was clever, I would break it down into a kind of, you'll spend more on Quad Body Bar over this amount of time if I was clever, but I'm not. 49 quid for 3-day event where you can get access to 38 speakers and watch it back. So all I would say on that is if you do want tickets, they'll go live on Friday at 8 o'clock. That's my main selling bit. But for now, we've got 5 minutes to sum this all up. So for people who don't know how to connect with you, how to find information online, where can people find you and where can people connect with you? Alison, do you want to go first?
Okay, yeah. So look for Alison Mead Silicon Bullet on LinkedIn. go to siliconbullet.com, which is my website, and from there you can get a link to my blog. You can also find my YouTube channel, Silicon Bullet, which is when I get these feelings of inspiration, hints and tips for bookkeeping that you might need while I'm walking my dog. So you'll usually see Daisy in the background, who isn't quite as noisy as your dog's, Gary, but that's just because I don't let her in the office. And also I have my Bookkeeping Basics podcast, which of course Gary did most of the work for to produce and get that online as well. So that's where you can find me.
Aces. And on the website, which I'm going to be putting into the chat in just a second, you'll find all of those links as well. While I'm copying that over, Simon, where can people find you, buddy, and how can people connect with you on social?
Well, yeah, social's probably the best way at the moment to connect for me. Due to the fact, surprisingly, I am rebranding my website. It's on theme. So if you just search for Simon Clements Creative on Facebook, I am on LinkedIn just under my name, Simon Clements. I'm becoming a lot more active in there. So I'm posting quite a lot of content around brands and just things that people should be thinking about, really. So yeah, one of those two would be the best option.
Aces. And Dom, same question to you. How can people connect with you, buddy?
So on Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm just under Dominic Fenton. I've got my website, which is theactivityconnector.com. TikTok, inspired by Dom. Instagram on the Activity Connector as well. So yeah, it's very general across all of them. Yeah, they're probably the best ways at the moment to get hold of me.
Aces. And my final question to you, and this is just because we've got a little bit more time and I'm interested in this. If you were going to recommend one thing for someone going to Grow Live 2021 to do during the event, what would it be? So for me, is to get properly involved and connect with the speakers and use that as a real kind of point of call to network with different people in it. That's one for me. Second one for me, just to give you a bit more time to think about it, is to actually think about what you can do afterwards to make a difference. So don't go and just go to the 3-day event and go, oh yeah, I've been there, I've done that, that's it, I've ticked the box. Actually put some actions in place afterwards and think about what you can do to actually put that stuff into place. So that's me. Addison, what can people do to maximize Grow Live in 2021 in your eyes?
I would say make sure you connect with people on the socials, like on LinkedIn, there and then, before you lose all the information. And also, like you said, be accountable. So set yourself some tasks based on what you've heard, so that you come back and connect with it afterwards. Maybe find an accountability buddy there. Ooh. Somebody else that's there. That could work really well.
I like it. I like the accountability buddy. That's good. Simon, how about you?
I would say, first of all, for 49 quid, which is just a bit more than a pound a speaker, that is ridiculous value. I would also say that take advantage of the replays, because I think what you'll do is, I listened to the whole one last year, but obviously I was working, so I had it in the background. But that leads on to my next tip, is to bring a notebook with you, because there's going to be lots of diamond nuggets in there for you to take away. That wasn't a plug for Paul's Nuggets, by the way, but no, just I don't think people realise how much content is going to be in there. And I'm talking from last year, which was 2 days. So for 3 days, there is going to be a lot in there. And not only are you going to get, info and educated, but there's some amazing motivators on that bill as well. So if you need to pick it up, there's that as well. It covers every base, which is amazing.
Yeah, it is going to be. Yeah, I'm honoured to use that word. I'm blown away by everyone who's speaking at the event. Dom, how about you? What one tip would you give someone going to Grow Live 2021 to make the most of it?
I would say have an open mind, because I think too many times people can come along to these events, as you say, just to hit boxes. And actually they then have a closed mindset in terms of what they can look at and how they can develop. Have some tissues ready, because as you say, there's quite a lot of there's a massive amount of motivation going on. There's a massive amount of inspiration going on. And just connect. And I would say that would be the biggest things.
I love it. I love it. Well, I want to say thank you for everyone joining us today online, and not just online watching. There's people listening to us, people watching it back. So thank you very much if you've actually watched and you've watched the whole show. Thank you very much, Addison, Simon, and Dom for joining us today. And thank you very much, Jen. I'm sorry that Jen had technical difficulties and had to go away, but we'll catch up with her in another time. But for everyone watching, I said I'd be half hour. This is going to finish bang on half hour. Take care, everyone. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.